and a glimpse inside the locker room. Players' final few moments to prepare for the game and the task ahead. A view of downtown Detroit is seen from the riverfront on a beautiful day here in the Motor City. Welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here, joined by our analyst, Greg Anthony, and Hall of Famer Doris Burke. Plus, reporting from the sidelines, another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. Hey, Dave.
Well, guys, for all of the star power Blake Griffin had when he was in Los Angeles, it was tough for him to be the leader of the Clippers. There were bigger voices in the locker room, such as CP3 and Doc Rivers. But Pistons coach Dwayne Casey said, in Detroit, he's definitely the leader. When he speaks, everybody listens. This is his team. Kevin?
Yeah, and he has their confidence. David, thank you. And a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. You take a look at the Bucks. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
Well, right now for the Pistons, they're happy with this latest stretch of games. This is the time of year for optimism. At this point, anything is possible.
So a look at our starters for the Knicks. It's Randall and Robinson at the 4 and the 5. Barrett and Knox are the wingmen. And it's Smith in at the point. And for Detroit, on the front line, the talented duo of Griffin and Drummond. Rose and Jackson are the backcourt. And it's Kennard in at the small forward position. Well, the one thing I love seeing in these early games, seeing the wrinkles that the stars have added, the new technique or the new move they've added, Doris, during their games they've played over the summer.
It feels, Kevin, like if you are not improving over the summer in the NBA, you are falling behind. Case in point, right, is the big men in the NBA. Look at guys like Brook Lopez and Marc Gasol, now able to stretch their game out to three-point territory. So important to keep growing.
Here's Smith. And the layup's good off the glass.
Not only can Smith take contact inside, he's willing to initiate it. That's a great aspect to his game.
Now here's Rose. Griffin with it. Robinson picks him up. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Randall against Drummond. Smith feeling it out a bit. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one on Rose. And you spend any amount of time watching Dennis Smith Jr., Greg, his leaping ability makes for some impressive highlights.
Kevin, he's got the size and the off-the-charts athleticism. Now just trying to figure out how to realize his obvious potential.
The free throw drops for Smith.
Well, we know this, guys. Last season, a little bit up and down for Dennis Smith Jr. Not sure he wanted out of Dallas, but certainly dealt to the New York Knicks. But now they think this guy is a cornerstone for their franchise.
And he can't hit the second. And with Smith, he had lost the ball handling duties in Dallas to Doncic. And you know what, Doris? It made sense probably for him to move on.
Yeah, this is one of those trades, I think, that will benefit everyone involved. Dennis Smith Jr. is a better player with the basketball in his hands. And once he left, he got his confidence back and started to create great opportunities for the Knicks.
And it's Smith with the ball. He brings it up for the Knicks. Here's Randall. Offensive rebound. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
The tenacity on the interior, just battling, bringing that effort and will for second chance points.
Pass to Jackson. The 17-footer. He gets that one.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
And Greg, you know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
They grab their own miss. Robinson dishes to Randall. And another shot. Drummond working against Robinson. Clock at 6. Here's Smith. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. Rose against Smith. A floater. Rose, no good.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
I like to see Kevin Knox share the basketball because what it shows is an improving awareness in finding his teammates. That's how people want to play with you.
So it's Detroit now, following the score by New York. Left side, Griffin. Money from the wing.
Well, you love the activity out there. What a play. This guy is busy on the offensive end.
Smith, the pass to Robinson. Pass to Randall. Now here is Smith, defended by Griffin. From past the arc. The Knicks rebound. Robinson passes to Randall. And Randall throws it down.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. And the pass to Griffin. Now Drummond, stolen by Robinson. Here's Knox. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Well, I really like Kevin Knox taking the initiative and seeking contact right there. Nicely done.
Well, you knew it was going to take some time for Kevin Knox, but Greg, at the end of last season, he began to show flashes of what he could do.
You could almost see the game starting to slow down for him about halfway through the season. Consistency is something all rookies struggle with, but it hit Knox especially hard. Fortunately, that is something that passes with time.
The first free throw is good.
And Kevin Knox, yet another player out of the University of Kentucky. We've seen so many enter the NBA from that program. What they love about Kevin Knox is his ability to score at all 3 levels.
Langston Galloway's checked in for Rose. And good on the second, so he makes them both. And with Knox, the Knicks kept feeding him minutes, Doris, allowing him to learn on the fly.
Yes, because of the circumstance with his team, he got a lot of the offense running through him as the season progressed. And for Kevin Knox, he had ample room to grow and make mistakes, and that's critical to his development.
Now here's Drummond. Low block shot on the way. That misses off the backboard. Knocked away. Jackson with it. Now Smith defending. And Drummond kicks to Galloway. Outside Griffin. Over Randall. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Pursues the offensive glass with purpose. Drummond knows who he is, and boy, does he attack it.
Here's Randall. Trying to get open is Robinson. And there's Randall on the assist by Smith. Randall's got 6. New York comes into this one following a loss to the Kings.
A game they definitely felt they could win, and with a break here or there, they probably could have.
You know what? The stats certainly looked good, but the fact of the matter is they couldn't deliver in the clutch moments, and that's something you've got to figure out moving forward. Well, they are daring him to miss, and he obliges.
Galloway, the pass to Griffin. And, oh, here we go. Smith's got it, the pass break chance, and Randall throws it down.
Well, just tremendous awareness from Dennis Smith Jr. Recognizing a teammate is open, let me make the game easy for him.
Jackson looking around. Drummond in the post, guarded by Robinson. And it's Drummond missing.
I think he's got to settle down because right now it feels like he's rushing, like he's forcing some shots. This quarter he has been completely bothered.
Knox misses.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
Stolen by Robinson. Barrett wide open, he fires. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Smith's got 3 assists now in this one. And now the first timeout called here for Detroit. And with the way Mitchell Robinson can protect the rim, Doris, there's a lot to like about that second-round pick.
Yeah, on draft day, Mitchell Robinson flew under the radar, but he had a great summer league. He got tremendous minutes early as a rookie. This is a great leaper, a great shot blocker, always something teams can use, both of those attributes.
Morris is checked in for Kennard. Then for the Knicks, Marcus Morris comes in for Kevin Knox. And it's Payton in for Smith. Pistons trail by 11. Outside Jackson. And Mitchell Robinson is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. Knicks on defense. Now Drummond. A 17-point game for him in the win against the Wizards in Washington.
The other thing I thought was big, guys, was the incredible night he had on the glass. No one wanted any part of him down there.
And it's good for 2. Barrett's got 6.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Outside Jackson to end the cold streak. Pistons keep it alive. Over to the left wing. Griffin finds Galloway. Just 5 to shoot. They shoot again. Robinson with the block. It's out of bounds. The Pistons able to retain possession here. So for the Knicks, Portis, he's checked in for Robinson. Gibson comes in for Julius Randle. And Ellington is subbed in for Barrett. And stolen by Portis. And now it's Ellington running. He can go all the way. Finished off the break.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
I know it's early, Greg, but you have got to like the dominance down low. Right now, they are playing bully basketball.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. Greg, Elfrid Payton's continued to improve his game, and so far, so good.
Yeah, a marked improvement in long-range percentage. Good size and defensive potential as well. He's knocking down shots. We might have something in Elfrid Payton.
Pistons trail by 15. Right side, Griffin. Offensive struggles continue. Missing again.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
Here's Ellington. Detroit with the rebound. They defeated the Wizards in their last game.
Mental toughness on the road. The arena was rocking, but they just got down to business and never let up.
I thought what really stood out was how dominant they were on the offensive end. That was about as flawless as you could hope for.
And Griffin has battled knee injuries during his career, but his persistence is incredible. Still a nightly double-double threat. And guys, one thing that has been interesting to see since Blake Griffin came to Detroit is how he's developed as a leader, has come into his own with how he takes responsibility for the team's play.
A free throw drops for Griffin. And with Griffin, you look at his time on the Clippers, and for most of his career, he was more of a second in command.
Coach Casey said last year early on that Griffin is the leader of this team, and Blake took it upon himself to step up to the challenge. Makes sense no matter how you look at it. He's their best player and needs to be one of the leaders.
And for Blake Griffin, always a great outside shooter for the power forward position, Greg, but he's added range the last few seasons.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen Griffin go from a guy who might take 1-3 a game to someone putting up about 6 a night. The results have been there for him as he shoots a respectable rate from beyond.
Now here's Drummond following the miss by Marcus Morris. Back to Drummond. And Drummond throws it down.
And you want more of this from Jackson. The more unselfish he is, the better the team.
And here's Payton. He'll bring it up for the New York Knicks, leading by 12. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Andre Drummond picks one up. Yours, what's the best combination of inside-outside basketball you see offensively now?
Well, 2 guys really come to mind immediately for me. It's Joel Embiid and Anthony Davis, because both men can face up and knock down shots in a legitimate enough fashion that you've got to get out and contest those guys. But the other side of this is they can play in the post and be a legitimate back to the basket force who you've got to guard with more than one guy. I mean, how exciting, Kevin, are Joel and AD to watch play?
They're thrilling. I would agree.
Guys, when you consider the New York Knicks roster, there is some talent amongst their young players. More than a handful of their guys in their first 3 years in the league. Kevin Knox, Mr. Robinson, and Mr. Dotson all could be factors for them in the future.
So he gets them both. Doris with the youth. The Knicks added Dennis Smith to that bunch as well.
No doubt, Kevin, this was a player they had their eyes on. So when you couple Dennis Smith Jr. with some of the young assets they've collected over the last couple of years, there's a ton of young talent coming up in New York right now.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. With a break in the action, we've got a chance now to look at last year's top rebounders. Number 1, Andre Drummond.
And, you know, he took a lot of pride in being at the top of that rebounding list. When all was said and done, he was a man among boys.
And the first one at the line is good.
And now, in his second year of coaching the Knicks, David Fizdale putting more of a stamp on this team, changing the mindset of the franchise.
Well, the New York Knicks hired David Fizdale to steer the ship with a group of young players. And I want you to think back to where he earned his stripes. That was with the LeBron James and Dwayne Wade championship Miami teams. So he knows culture and he knows winning.
And they've come out with a take no prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
Bounce pass from Ellington. Left side, Gibson. 6 on the shot clock. No one near Payton as he lets it go. New York, no good that time either. Pistons trail by 13. Oh, Griffin in position. It's stolen by Morris. Outside Portis. Passes it to Gibson. The baseline jumper goes down.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
And give them credit, Greg, for approaching this game with the right energy and intensity. This team has attacked every chance they've gotten.
Galloway, he doesn't hit that one. And New York the other way now. This game against Detroit here, it's their first meeting of the season.
Yeah, 2 conference rivals. I mean, they'll play each other a total of 4 times this season.
So what you look for in the first game, 1, does one team make a statement? And 2, how does the other team react to that?
And that's the trademark Griffin finish. Get in tight, elevate, and throw it down with authority. Big fella is a beast down low.
Now here's Ellington. There's 1:38 left in the first quarter. Pass to Portis. Fade away. And the rebound goes to Griffin. Griffin's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Galloway, covered by Payton. Inside, here's Maker. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's on Bobby Portis. For Detroit, they have gone 2 of 4 at the free throw line.
And they were 75% from the line a season ago.
That free throw good from Maker. Brown is checked in for the Pistons. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2.
And the missed opportunities for them at the line here early on. Just doing the job on the backboard.
Portis finds Payton. Here's Ellington, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
Building up a big early lead. They have taken charge of this game.
And they've been doing it largely at the offensive end, Greg. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
Now, here is Morris. The rebound by Gibson. Morris outside. Gets the three-pointer to fall. And the Knicks lead by 17.
Well, that's what you call shooting in rhythm. If you give Marcus Morris an inch, he's going to understand, okay, it's my opportunity now. Nice pull-up.
Gibson against Morris. There's 25 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Over Gibson. Morris with the bucket.
Great shooting touch in face-up game opportunities for a power forward. Morris deadly from mid-range.
Payton outside. Outside Portis. Back to Payton. Stolen away. And so it's the New York Knicks. Their lead at 15 going into the break. They've kept the tempo quick and the defense on its heels. And it's gotten them up big. Back right after this. Bobby Portis, who's known for his work ethic, said he learned a lot from his mother.
She gets up at 3, 4 in the morning and gets off at 1, 2 in the evening. You know, she works hard for her 4 boys. You know, she bears herself off daily. You know, I always try to pride myself in hard work also because how hard she worked for me.
And she was a basketball player in her own right. Greg, a scholarship at Jackson State University.
Yeah, and gave up basketball when she had Bobby. But she encouraged him to pursue his dream, and she said now she's living her dream through him.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And guys, we've seen a confident-looking Knicks team out there today.
Well, credit their anticipation skills on the defensive end. They forced a number of turnovers.
And a few of those led to quick scores at the other end. Really active first quarter for them.
We got Rose. Maker out there with Morris. Then there's Brown, and it's Snell in at the 3. That's the group for Detroit right now. Now, here is Morris. 17 points in his last outing, and the shot goes in.
Just a really good finisher inside. Morris showing aggressiveness at the point of attack.
Got a piece of it. Here is Ellington. From 7. Out to Morris. Shoots. That one's good from the corner. Morris has got 5.
Well, you can tell that Mr. Morris doesn't lack for confidence. This guy is ready to shoot as soon as it touches his hands.
Snell finds Rose. The Pistons working the ball around now. Morris, no good.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Here's Gibson, and it's Gibson finishing it off.
Well, you combine size, aggression, and toughness, and you get Taj Gibson. My goodness, nicely done.
Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played. Outside Rose. Back to Morris. To the inside. In the corner, Snell with it. The tray. The Knicks pull it in. They can look forward to the American Airlines Center after this game. They'll match up against Dallas. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Kevin, before he became a head coach in Memphis and New York, David Fizdale spent 8 seasons as an assistant under Eric Spoelstra in Miami. Now, Spo said he's a brilliant basketball mind that has exceptional gold standard level communication skills. One of the most talented coaches I've been around. So, Kevin, Fizdale is highly respected.
David, he sure is. Great reputation. Now getting his shot. Thank you so much. The Pistons making a change here. Kennard's checked in. That free throw good from Brown. We hear this a lot, Doris. The great offense always beats great defense. Think that's true?
I do, Kevin. I think obviously a defender is usually in reactionary mode. It's the rare defender who is dictating to the offensive player what they want to happen. So imagine trying to impact LeBron James as he's playing in the open floor with a head of steam. Like, good luck with that.
Yeah.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Smith the pass to Robinson. Pass to Randall. Here's Knox. Three-pointer. Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Robinson's got his second bucket of the night.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
There's the pass to Morris. On the wing, Brown. He feeds it to Rose. And no good that time. Smith with the defensive effort. And a fast break now for the Knicks. Knox misses. Pistons trail by 16. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Morris with the bucket.
Well, defensively, to me, you've got to do a better job communicating once the screen comes.
And it's Smith with the ball. He brings it up for New York. 17 points was their biggest margin. Pass to Robinson. The feed now to Barrett. Some solid defense from Brown.
Well, that's a case where a guy's trying to make a play, trying to take it up strong, but the defense was ready.
There's the lob to the hoop.
My goodness. Save that one. I want to see that again.
Me too. Just absolutely beautiful. And it's the Knicks with the ball. A 12-point game. Here's Barrett trying to get open as Randall, and he drops in the layup off the glass. 8 points for R.J. Barrett.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Rose with the ball. He picked up 18 points in their last win against Washington.
Well, you also have to credit the way he controlled the pace of the game and was able to create for his teammates.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
The Knicks leading by 12. Count that one.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Now here is Smith. 14 points from him the last game against Sacramento. Randall outside. And here's Barrett. Back to Randall. 5 on the clock. Good work defensively by Morris.
I'll tell you, most of the time this guy's going to finish that, but that was tremendous defense that prohibits him from completing the play.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And so here is New York. They're leading by 8. Here's Smith. Pass to Knox. Back to Robinson. A second chance effort. Morris with the rebound. Morris has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Rose goes in, lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Rose has got 6.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Here's Smith. To the paint. Here's Barrett. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. That's 10 points for R.J. Barrett.
I love seeing Barrett cash in there. He knows he has what it takes to finish through contact.
Here's Brown. It's rebounded by New York. Randall's got 4 rebounds in this game. In the corner, Barrett with it. And the 3 ball is good. And it's an 11-point New York lead.
And, well, like a lot of young players, Barrett's working hard to become proficient from range.
Outside Rose. That's in, and that's his 4th basket of the night. He's taken 7 shots, a solid 57%.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
The Knicks leading by 9.
And a breakout season for Julius Randle in 2018-19. Averaged close to 20 and 10, delivering on the talent that saw him taken 7th overall back in 2014.
Now here's Rose. Following the missed shot by Dennis Smith. Here's Maker. Robinson with the block. And they're able to recover. Tries again. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Rose can't hit.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Greg, the Lakers allowed Julius Randle to leave in restricted free agency in 2018 so they could preserve some of their cap space.
I mean, his defense still lags behind, but offensively, well, he is special. The lefty, tough to deal with inside.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
Well, this is a chess match. Looking ahead a few moves and trying to execute toward that.
Here's what Detroit's going with right now. Drummond's checked in for Maker. Blake Griffin comes in for Morris. Reggie Jackson's checked in for Bruce Brown. And Langston Galloway subbed in for Rose. Oh, and here we go. Knox has got it. The fast break chance. Barrett, no good. Pistons trail by 11. Oh, Griffin in position. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Yet another way Griffin beats you. Great body control going up over the top.
New York's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Smith inside. Basket made, just his 2nd this contest. He's 2 for 7 now.
A little artistry in the painted area, converting against the size.
Some guys just relish the challenge. Find a way, and he does.
And now the Knicks on the break. Knox with the ball. 2 points. That one goes. Barrett's got 9 points now in the quarter.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Now here's Jackson. He had 28 points in the win against the Wizards in Washington. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. Julius Randle picks one up.
Yeah, outstanding job there of taking the harm and still able to finish.
Pistons have shot 4 of 7 as a team from the line tonight. Several misses earlier. And New York making a change here. Portis, he's checked in for Robinson. Gibson comes in for Randle. Marcus Morris is checked in for Kevin Knox. And it's Payton in for Dennis Smith. That's good from Blake Griffin. Doris, you've accomplished so much in your award-winning career. What was your first experience in broadcasting?
Kevin, my first experience was I left coaching, and they put women's basketball on radio. That was the first ever game I got to call. It was so cool. Tell me yours. What was the very first? Did you study this? How did you get into broadcasting?
I did. Our high school had a radio station, and the first basketball broadcast was underneath the bleachers, looking through popcorn boxes and legs of the people that were standing in the bleachers so that I could see the court from the basement.
Amazing.
Because that's where the telephone cables were to plug in our equipment. And I was 16 years old.
Incredible.
Remember it very well.
Incredible.
Very well. Here's Jackson following the basket by Elfrid Payton. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Goes back up, and that's 2 points on the layup. Payton's got 4 this quarter.
Well, wonderful anticipation on the offensive glass. Elfrid Payton using size and instincts to track down that miss.
Now here's Griffin. 35 points for him last game against Washington. Galloway, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
Yeah, easy call.
This is his first chance at the line tonight. The first one falls.
And guys, this is the way to stay in the game. They're doing a masterful job from the line. Perfect this quarter.
He hits both from the stripe.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
Outside Portis. No good from outside.
Boy, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
Here's Kennard. Again, the miss by the Pistons.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
Pistons trail by 12. Here's Galloway, and that one good. Galloway's got 4 points in the quarter.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
New York's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Payton with the ball, and Griffin picks him up defensively. The shot by Payton, no good.
I'll tell you, it has not been this guy's best night, but the teammates have been there to pick up the slack. Love it.
Here's Galloway, covered by Morris. Kennard, the pass to Griffin. Clock at 4. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits. Griffin's got 13.
Well, this second quarter has proven to be a turnaround. This guy looking much more comfortable all of a sudden.
And so Payton will bring it up for the Knicks. 17 points was their biggest margin. And the officials call a traveling violation. And the Pistons making a change here. Snell's checked in, and a switch here also for New York. Wayne Ellington's checked in for Barrett. Now Jackson. Down low. Here's Griffin, and Gibson sends it back.
Boy, Gibson's so good at timing these rejections. Twice on the pipes from Taj.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
Pistons trail by 8.
And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Well, it's trying to close the quarter strong, and by that, Greg, take a great shot without giving them an opportunity for another one down the other end.
Jackson, that's good.
What a find by Griffin. He's a lot more skilled as a passer than he gets credit for as far as power forwards go. He has terrific vision.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Elfrid, what's working for you guys in the first half? How did you get yourselves going?
We were able to get out and run, getting out the rim fast and getting out the court.
We'll see if you can keep running in the second half, Elfrid. Thank you. Back to you.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. It's the NBA on 2K Sports, and let's talk the first half. There was no stopping R.J. Barrett in the first half. He ended up with 15 points and 1 rebound. First 2 quarters from him were fun to watch. Taking a look at the Knicks, Kenny, what'd you think?
What you see with R.J. Barrett, he constantly makes plays. Terrific finisher around the rim. The jumper's coming along, and he comes with high-level intangibles.
And Shaq, what are your thoughts on Detroit?
They got to get more aggressive on the glass. Over the first half, we saw them being schooled down low. You know what I'm going to say, Ernie. Barbecue chicken. If I was coach in the locker room right now, they'd be getting an earful. Extra rebounding. Effort will pay off in other ways. The energy is really where it starts. Something like that, Ernie.
And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half. About to get underway.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. You know, R.J. Barrett has been exceptional here, guys.
He had a fast pass to the lane that first half, got inside on demand.
Now, this guy is such a good finisher on the move, and so far the defense has not been able to counter it.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. While we've got a moment, let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. And New York, looking at who they've got. Barrett and Knox are the wingmen. Julius Randle is out there with Taj Gibson. And it's Smith in at the point. The Knicks leading by 5. Here's Knox. But he gets it back.
Wow, just getting all the luck right now, it seems. Good bounce.
The second chance effort. That one a little long. The Pistons shooting 43% for the game. Kennard kicks to Rose. Right side, Griffin. Over Gibson. Griffin's shot is off. The Knicks shooting 43% from the field. And the foul on Rose. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Mitchell Robinson's checked in for Taj Gibson. And about a minute of action so far in the 3rd quarter. New York moving it around. Bounce pass Robinson. Here's Randle. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5-for-8 clip.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible, and boy, that's a terrific start right there.
Now here's Rose. 8 points for him. That one misses. It's his 5th miss. He's made 4 baskets.
Well, I guarantee you this is not what they talked about in the locker room. 0 for 3 and looking lost.
Big man who was forgotten about during free agency. Randle could be an impact player for the Knicks.
The Knicks missed out on the marquee names they were after, but Randle should give them great production for quite some time. Not a huge name, but a young talent that can help this team.
And he knocks down the first one. Both free throws good from Randle. Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the 3rd quarter. Rose attacking, and there's the block. Just stops it cold and takes possession.
Ugh, ugly start to the second half. They've missed their first 4. They've got to get on track.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
And hammering down the 2-hand slam. Now here's Rose. He's got 8. Griffin looking around. Over Randall. Here's Drummond. Another shot. Robinson with the block. To the wing right side. Here's Barrett. Oh, trying for it. And out of bounds. The Pistons will take it. Here's a look at what's coming up for New York. On Friday, they continue the road trip heading out to Dallas to take on the Mavericks. Then on Sunday, they'll take on Kevin Love and the Cleveland Cavaliers.
And just looking ahead to what's on tap, there are a lot of winnable games for them, but you can't go into the stretch with that mentality. You've got to focus on what's in front of you and bring it every night.
Griffin trying to get open. Again, the miss by the Pistons. And so it's Randall bringing it up now for the New York Knicks. They haven't given up any points here in the second half.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
On the wing, Jackson. 5 points in the game.
Well, that's just inconsistency from him, and it's happened all night, and it hasn't helped their cause.
Barrett, no good.
He needs to look to try to drive inside and get going. That outside shot is simply not there.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, in Blake Griffin, the Pistons have their biggest star in years, probably going back to their championship team of 2004. A return to all-star form for Blake meant tremendous individual numbers last season. And the Pistons hadn't won a playoff game in more than a decade. Still not the result they want in 2019. The Pistons will be trying to capitalize during Blake's prime. Kevin, we'll see where this franchise goes from here.
We sure will, David, but he's a terrific player. Thank you so much. The Knicks leading by 10. Smith outside. Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Shoots a fader, and there's Randall on the assist by Barrett. 16 points for Julius Randle.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Outside Rose. Feeds to Morris. Outside Jackson. But they get it back. Drummond passes to Rose. Drummond trying to get himself free. No luck, they battled on the glass, but couldn't knock it down.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Pistons trail by 12. And there's the 8-second call as they can't get it across half court in time.
And you could see what he wanted to do there, but that was a tough giveaway.
And I think the intention doesn't always equal the result. Wrong play, wrong time.
Here's what Detroit's going with right now. Maker comes in for Blake Griffin. And it's Bruce Brown in for Rose. Poked away. Here's Drummond. Here's Jackson. And that basket is going to count. Goaltending, the official call.
Yeah, I thought the D might prevent him from getting a clean look, but that was the ideal time to break out the reverse.
And as long as Reggie Jackson is healthy, he's going to give you some punch as a lead guard. Solid scoring option and a guy who's also unselfish in terms of getting his teammates involved.
The Knicks leading by 9. Smith outside. Wants to get it to Randall and does. Rebounded by Maker. And for the last half decade, Reggie Jackson has been good for about 15 points a game.
And that is about the consistency you can expect from Jackson. He's always been a talent. The key for him is just staying on the floor. And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time, Greg. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Here's Robinson following the basket by Thon Maker. Smith. They get it again. Goes back up. The Knicks have been good at the free throw line in this one, 7 of 8.
And if we want to take a look back, they converted about 76% from the line.
That free throw, no good. And that trip coming up empty, missing both.
And missing opportunities here to extend that lead at the free throw line this half.
To the middle and stolen by Drummond. Brown with it. He's got 5. Outside Jackson. To the paint. He's looking for Drummond and finds him. And Detroit with another turnover here.
And here we can check out the story on Julius Randle. Great showing for him last season. 19th in scoring, and he was among the top 20 rebounders in the league. Never shy about throwing his weight around in the paint.
Yeah, and like you said, one of the better scorers in the NBA last season, a tireless worker on the offensive end. He could be even better this season. And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here. Let's take a look at last year's leading shot blockers. You don't want one of these guys in front of you when you're coming down the lane. You look at Robinson, second in the NBA, a great defender.
And shot blocking is the element of the game that I think he cares about the most. That's where he puts in that effort and energy.
Barrett. And the Knicks miss again.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
And you know what? They keep calling his number, and they're simply trying to get him out of this funk.
The Knicks leading by 7. Here's Randle, and Randle throws it down.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
Now here's Drummond over Robinson, and it's Drummond missing.
Boy, what a nightmare quarter for this guy. He's playing right into the hands of the defense at this point.
Outside for Robinson. On the wing, Ellington. Guarded by Jackson. New York moving the ball around. Shot clock at 5. The shot by Ellington, no good. And it's Drummond with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Detroit Pistons. They trail by 9 points.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
Now here's Ellington. Pass to Randle. And he banks in the layup. Randle's got 12 points now in the quarter.
I'll tell you, the team is simply riding the hot hand. This guy has been lights out.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
There's Jackson with the 3. It doesn't go for him.
Well, he had 1 3-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
Ellington with it. Jackson on him. That's good from Randle on the assist by Ellington. Ellington's got 4 assists in the game. Pistons trail by 13. Outside Jackson. Kicks to Maker. The pass to Morris. Back to Maker. Drummond with it. And he goes right over R.J. Barrett and slams it down.
How about The vision of Markieff Morris. Hits the open man, has a good feel for the game. Boy, this guy can do a lot of things.
New York leading by 11. On the wing, Ellington. Guarded by Jackson. Here's Robinson. Rebound by the Pistons. Drummond's got his 16th rebound on the night. Brown finds Jackson. 11 feet away. He can't get that one to fall. Excellent D that time from Robinson. Here's Randall. And Maker sends it back. Outside Jackson. There's Brown with the three. Doesn't go for him. Now the Knicks take it the other way. 17 points was their biggest margin. And Randall throws it down.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
And he rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. Now here's Jackson. He's got 8. Brown outside. Back to Jackson. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got 4 assists now tonight.
How good a playmaker are we watching? Always leading, always trying to create for others.
The Knicks leading by 11. And here is Ellington. He kicks it to Barrett. Shoots the 3. They get it back. Robinson. And that's good. A nice job on the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Greg, to me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
Here's Morris. Here's Randall. And stolen by Drummond. And now the Pistons fast break. Jackson from long range. Good on the three-point shot. Jackson's got 8 points in the quarter.
Well, that's his second 3 of the game. 1 in the first half, 1 here.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. Well, you look at the former All-Star Andre Drummond and the way he rebounds, Greg. He might be the best in the league in that department.
I mean, few players in the history of the league can go off for 20-plus rebounds on any given night. Drummond's one of them. Attacks the glass on the offensive end so well. His offensive rebounding, for me, sets him apart.
And a different look here for the Pistons. Griffin's checked in for Maker. Luke Kennard comes in for Morris. Tony Snell's checked in for Bruce Brown. And it's Rose in for Reggie Jackson. And then for New York, Portis, he's checked in for Robinson. Gibson comes in for Julius Randle. And it's Payton in for Wayne Ellington. Here's Griffin. The Knicks making the shot. Here's Kennard. Shot's good. Griffin making the play.
And this is why Griffin is so valuable to his team. Always willing to share the rock.
The Knicks leading by 10. Payton outside. Passes it to Portis. Now Barrett. Buries it down low. Barrett's got 21.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Rose passes to Kennard. And that one's good. Drummond. Drummond's got 8 points.
A tall and powerful big. Drummond has a natural ability to finish inside.
Here's Payton. And it's Griffin with the rebound. Griffin's got 8 rebounds in this game. Here's Rose. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits. He's got 10.
Well, that's about effort, carving space for the interior look. And one attribute we'll always talk about with Rose is the heart that he plays with.
26 seconds left to play in the third. Payton looking it over. Pass to Barrett. Shot clock at 6. Out to Morris. Lets the three fly. Off the mark. Julius Randle getting it done for New York. They kept going to him again and again, and he delivered with a monster quarter. We come back right after this. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this was?
Boy, GA, how about the secondary playmaking you are getting? Great to have that from the shooting guard spot.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. New York leading by 8. On the front line, the talented duo of Griffin and Drummond. Derrick Rose is out there with Tony Snell, and it's Kennard in at the 3. That's the group for Detroit right now. Now here's Gibson. He's off on that one. Great D that time from Griffin. Snell dishes to Drummond, and Drummond throws it down. That gives him a double-double in this one. 10 points and 16 rebounds.
With a large frame and a willingness to get physical, Drummond's a relentless rebounder.
Here's Payton. Outside Portis. And a miss there on the triple.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Here's Griffin. And Detroit again with the bucket.
How about the strength and focus there of Griffin? Absorbs the hit and still finishes.
Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Rose against Payton. Rose with the block. To the wing on the left. Griffin kicks to Rose. Pistons passing it around. 6 on the shot clock. Puts it up from 12. That shot is off. The Knicks leading by 4. And the foul on Rose. That's his 4th foul of the contest. The Knicks making a switch here. Knox is checked in. Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the 4th. Outside Gibson. Pass to Portis from downtown. Cans it from downtown. Portis has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Now the pass to Griffin. Back to Rose. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Boy, don't you love how Derrick Rose resurrected his career last season. What a surprise and a bright spot for the T-Wolves. He looked like a completely rejuvenated player.
The first one falls. And for Rose, he looked refreshed and changed in how he approached his game.
You know what, Kevin? I think he is just a much more patient and smart basketball player. His 3-ball was so improved, and the shot selection was terrific. Turnovers were down, just improvement across the board.
And Rose drops them both.
Well, an interesting thing about Derrick Rose, right? Over his career, he's been an up-and-down jump shooter, but he's been remarkably consistent from the free throw line.
Snell, the pass to Griffin. Count the basket. Griffin's got 4 this quarter.
And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
And it's Smith with the ball. He brings it up for New York. 17 points was their biggest margin. Griffin sends it back. That one's in there. The New York lead is cut to just one on the basket from Derrick Rose.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
Smith outside. Passes it to Portis. The dunk and the foul. A powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. It's going to be on Blake Griffin.
Dennis Smith Jr., you want more of this. Find your open teammate and make sure you put it on time.
Free throw good, Portis. And for the length of Bobby Portis, he's sure to provide a bit of fire when he's on the floor.
Well, Portis is never afraid to mix it up with the opponent or sometimes his own guys. This guy plays with a passion that maybe isn't for everyone, but boy, it does spark his teams.
It'll go, and the New York lead is cut down now to just 2 on the basket from Derrick Rose. Swiped away. Look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Snell finds Rose. Back to Snell. Outside Rose. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to Kennard. To take the lead. Knicks with the rebound.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Smith the pass to Payton. It's Portis atop the key. There's the dish to Smith. Out to Payton. Jacks up a 3. Griffin grabs the board. Griffin's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one.
Boy, he cannot get anything to fall, but the teammates, boy, have they delivered.
Here's Snell. Fires the 3. It's rebounded by Payton. The Knicks have gone 2 of 7 from the field in what's been a cold start to the fourth quarter for them.
Well, you think about Kevin Knox, 1 year of collegiate basketball at the University of Kentucky before being picked 9th overall in 2018. Let's remember, he's young, but he seemed to be prepared for the bright lights.
First free throw is good. Jackson, he's checked in for Tony Snell. Then for the Knicks, Randall's checked in for Gibson. And Barrett subbed in for Payton. And so he makes both from the line. Pistons trail by 4. Now Rose. Pass to Drummond. Jackson up top. Releases. And that one hits back iron. And the foul on Derrick Rose. That's his 5th foul.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
The Knicks leading by 4. Smith right side over Rose. Nice shot by Smith.
This guy reads defenders so well and gets great elevation on his shots. Dennis Smith gets that mid-range to go.
Now here's Jackson. Here's Rose. Top of the key, Griffin. Over Randall. Griffin can't get it to go in. To the left side wing. Drops in the tray. And now it's a 9-point Knicks lead.
Showing improvement in that aspect of his game. Barrett wants to get better firing off the catch.
Here's Rose. Jackson. And the second chance effort by Jackson. Jackson's got 10 points in just the second half.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by. And the basket by Knox.
Well, I tell you, be aggressive, be assertive on the interior. Nice, Kevin Knox.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
A shot by Griffin. Nobody around. Drummond. Outside Griffin. Jackson from long range. It's rebounded by New York. Randall's got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. Floats one up, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on Blake Griffin.
And at 6'7", Barrett with terrific positional size, which allows him to create problems for defenders down low.
And the first one at the line is good. And Greg, talking to scouts about R.J. Barrett, they love the athleticism. But what makes him especially good is the work ethic and the confidence.
Yeah, some elite prospects will take plays off. This guy never does. He's not one that sits around and reads his press clippings. He's a warrior, a leader, and he's proven to be a winner.
It's Jackson with the drive. Lays it up off the glass. Jackson's got 4 this quarter.
And that's what he does. I mean, he is a bucket getter.
Here's Smith. Now the Knicks with it. They're on a 14-6 run. Outside Robinson. And there's the pass to Barrett. 13 feet away. And he makes that one. Barrett's got 13 points here in the second half alone.
And this is Barrett at his best. Looking for a shot, being active on offense. Love it.
Griffin kicks to Rose. He can't get that one. Excellent D that time from Robinson. Stolen by Jackson. Passes it to Kennard. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
And Kennard came into the league viewed mostly as a shooter, but he's been able to provide much more than that.
I mean, better than you think when he puts the ball on the floor. Learning how to lean into defenders and step back to open up the shot is a better playmaker than he gets credit for, and we should see him take on a larger role as he develops.
First one falls for him. And so he hits both. And it's Smith with the ball. He brings it up for the Knicks. 17 points was their biggest margin. Outside Robinson. Here's Randall. And that one goes long. Pistons trail by 9. Here's Kennard. Robinson pulls it in.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
Want easy looks? Don't allow the defense to set up.
What a beautiful fast break opportunity, and the finish pretty good.
Here's Rose. Following the basket by Julius Randle. Basket good.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
New York leading by 9. Smith with it. Here's Robinson, and there's the bucket. Staying with it on the offensive glass, getting it done.
Well, this is what he does. Find ways to make his presence felt, then this time on the offensive glass.
How about the hustle on display there? That kind of effort will earn respect from everyone.
Now a timeout called by Detroit.
And starting to send guys to the line way more than they need to. Let's get some good position defense going here. That should be the emphasis, and get away from the sloppy fouls.
And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Julius Randle.
And Kevin, it's a no-brainer. He's controlled every aspect of this game. And it's just so fun to see a player perform at a level that's just higher than anyone else out on the floor.
Their losing streak had gotten to the point where somebody, anybody, had to put his foot down. And even though there were other more probable candidates, he's been the one to take over that leadership role. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, guys, I was able to listen in on what Dwayne Casey went over with his team. He is not happy with the turnovers. He said, we have got to get some shots. It's as simple as that, guys. Play smart and value the basketball. We'll see if the message sunk in, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Here's Rose. Outside Griffin. From the arc. The offensive rebound.
The hard blue-collar work ethic on display. This guy just beating everyone to the ball.
New York leading by 9. Smith outside. Pass to Knox. No good. Shot missing. And Detroit the other way now.
Well, this has not been his finest hour, but give your teammates some credit for doing the job of stepping in. Well, hit a man in stride. That is a textbook delivery.
Now, here's Barrett. No good there. Some solid defense there from Jackson. Detroit's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. To the inside, and Griffin slams it in.
Hey, Kevin, the vision by Rose, right? Hits the open man. He's creating for others, and this guy is so tough to deal with.
New York's gotten off 4 three-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Inside, Griffin with the steal. Here's Kennard. Kicks it to Jackson. He dishes it to Rose. Back to Jackson. Pass to Rose. 6 to shoot. Griffin with it. Covered by Smith. Griffin can't get it to go in. The Knicks leading by 5. Back to Randall. Here's Knox. Connects from three-point range. Knox has got 7 points for the quarter.
Yeah, coming down the stretch, they've become reliant upon their perimeter game.
Boy, the three-point arc has been a major factor in what they've done here tonight. You love the aggressiveness. Well, use the pick and going right to the cup. I love the aggressiveness.
There's 1:40 left in the game. Down low, Randall. It's good, the assist that time from Smith. Smith's got 9 assists in the game. Great passing. And, well, Detroit shooting it well here in the fourth quarter, 50%. Rose against Randall. Oh, Griffin in position, and it goes out of bounds. That one is off Smith.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Absolutely appreciate the effort, though. He really went after it so close.
Now here's Jackson. 5 to shoot. Drummond in the post. Robinson on him. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. They can take their time on this possession.
It wouldn't be a bad idea. Just give themselves a little bit of a break.
Took him no time at all on that one. And it's a 10-point Knicks lead.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for New York.
I think the attitude was very impressive. Definitely a competitive game, and they fought through it each step of the way.
Absolutely. They put on a tremendous performance in terms of the effort and intensity. This was a well-deserved win.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
And a great team effort tonight, helped in large part with contributions, and the nice night it ended up being for Julius Randle.
Boy, forget about his stats for a second, right? What impressed me most was his stamina. It seemed like he was involved in every play. And with that kind of activity, I don't know how you don't wear down.
And Reggie Jackson, the former 24th pick by the Thunder, wasn't content to back up Westbrook. He basically forced his way out in search of a larger role.
And the foul on Derrick Rose. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game. Tony Snell's checked in for Detroit. Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 7-point game.
Well, it's about the little details. Capitalize at the free throw line, add to your lead.
In the corner, Kennard with it. Good! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5. And the Knicks with possession here. 17 points was their biggest margin. He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though.
This is an area where Dennis Smith Jr. is working on, right? As the primary ball handler, you have to be able to make your free throws.
That's good, going 1 of 2 from the line, and that increases their lead to 6. 24 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. The pass to Kennard from deep. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. And an intentional foul right there. Good on the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one. And here's Randle. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. Five seconds left to play here in the fourth. So it's New York picking up the win. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Kevin, with Julius Randle. And Julius, you get it done at multiple ends. Where has your focus been in terms of approach?
Just taking what the defense gives me. I'm a lot more patient, let the game come to me. Don't really try to force things as much. You know, sometimes I get out of character, but just try my hardest to let the game come to me the most.
Well, you were a big part of the win tonight, Julius. Thanks for your time. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.